Elon Musk wasn't born into perfection, approval, or certainty. He was born into questions, into curiosity, into the defiant belief that the future should be invented, not waited for. While others argued about what was possible, he asked a more dangerous question: why not? Why can't a car run without gas? Why can't humanity become multiplanetary? Why should we accept limits built from fear, not physics? Every great achievement in history begins with that kind of rebellion. The world does not change because of those who obey its boundaries, but because of those who break them. You see, the average person lives by rules they never wrote. They inherit the doubts of others, the false ceilings of society. They settle for what exists. But visionaries, they build what's missing. They take the impossible and give it a blueprint. They use their imagination as a weapon against mediocrity. This isn't talent. This isn't luck. This is audacity, the audacity to pursue ideas that terrify those who lack imagination. But here's the truth most people refuse to face. The path to greatness is paved in sacrifice. Elon didn't become the richest man in the world by chasing comfort. He slept on factory floors. He risked every dollar he had, twice. He worked when his body begged for rest. He pushed forward when the world laughed in his face. At one point, he had to choose: pay rent or save SpaceX and Tesla. He chose the dream, and the dream chose him back. That's the level of commitment greatness demands. Not interest, not enthusiasm, obsession. Because success is not a gift, it is a debt collection. And you pay with discipline, sacrifice, isolation, and an unshakable belief that the future needs what you're building. Elon Musk once said, "Nobody ever changed the world on 40 hours a week." That wasn't a boast. That was a warning. If your dream doesn't demand more than you think you can give, it's not big enough. Most people want success, but only if it comes easy. They want the reward without the price. They want applause without risk. They want the summit without the climb. Not visionaries. A visionary wakes up with a target in their mind and goes to sleep with it in their bones. Their desire is so strong it becomes a burden, the kind of burden that fuels greatness. They sacrifice comfort now for freedom later. They understand that discipline is a superpower, the force that separates creators from consumers, leaders from followers, history makers from history watchers. Visionaries are willing to feel pain today for a future worth living in tomorrow. Elon Musk isn't driven by money. He's driven by a mission so big that fear becomes irrelevant. That's what you must build in your life, a purpose so powerful that excuses dissolve under its weight. A vision so real in your mind that the world feels obligated to manifest it. Because the world responds to boldness. It bends for those who refuse to break. It rewards those who act while others doubt, who build while others talk, who push while others pause. If something is important enough, you do it. Even if you must do it alone. Even if the world doesn't believe yet. Especially then. Your dream will not evolve if you keep treating it like an option instead of a duty. The future does not belong to the talented, it belongs to the determined. To the ones who use criticism as fuel and failure as feedback. Do you think rockets landed themselves on the first try? SpaceX exploded, again and again. Millions laughed. Headlines mocked. Experts predicted collapse. But progress is born from persistence, not perfection. Greatness is a math equation. Massive vision plus massive action plus massive resilience. That is the formula of a future maker. When everything seems broken, when failure punches you in the soul, when success looks like a distant myth, that is the moment that decides who you are. Most people quit. But the extraordinary, they adapt. They learn. They rise stronger than the failure that tried to bury them. Elon Musk turned failure into momentum. Pain into propulsion. Criticism into commitment. And now the same world that mocked him rides in his cars, uses his satellites, and celebrates his success. But he's not finished. Because the future has no finish line.